Okay, what is this? We can watch this.
I'm calling because we just received an anonymous tip that someone has a camera in our employee bathroom and is uploading videos online.
Can I replace?
Oh, that is nightmarish. What the fuck?
Police department! Police department!
You still haven't made my charges. What's our charges? You're not supposed to be judgmental to anybody's crimes, by the way.
On July 19th, 2022, the police in Ann Arbor, Michigan responded to the Briarwood shopping mall after receiving this unusual call about video footage from a store bathroom being uploaded online. Horrifically, the resulting investigation into a tech-savvy peeping Tom would spread throughout the city of Ann Arbor. The final number of cameras and victims is enough to make your skin crawl. The following footage has never been seen before. After receiving the 911 call, an officer headed out to the Briarwood Mall to get more information about the camera supposedly hidden in the bathroom of the store Altered State. The story the manager on duty had to tell was a strange one.
This morning, it was my boss who took the phone call. I don't know what time it was this morning from a restricted number.
In an exclusive interview with EWU, the manager who took the call, Denise, was willing to share additional details.
When I picked up, they asked if the girl with the blue hair was working. You could tell he was like super uncomfortable. He's just like, well, I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm on this, website, and this guy that works for you has been uploading videos online of your employee bathroom. And I was just like, what?
And he was like, it's a restricted website. You're not going to find it, but I just wanted to let you know.
The responding officer headed to the bathroom to take a look first.
So, like, this is a degenerate, deviant, but somehow, after the fact, good gooner.
Notably, the bathroom was usually reserved for employees, which significantly narrowed down the pool of suspects.
And did you go through all the toilet paper?
We did. We moved it around a little bit. We could probably look through it again because some of them were like sideways, on that shelf. But I don't know how. I know they can be tiny.
Police would learn soon enough that the employees at Altered State were not the only ones to have their privacy violated. In an unanticipated shocker, the police would find over 200 hidden camera videos from no less than 7 different bathrooms throughout the city over the next month and a half. All were filmed without consent between January and July 2022. Horrifically, this included illegal images of children. The depravity didn't stop there. When searching the offender's laptop, the police found he had engaged with online adult websites, where images and personal information of unknowing victims were distributed. Police suspected the culprit intended to participate in such exchanges after they found additional images of the victims taken from social media downloaded to his laptop. At the onset of the investigation, however, police had no idea how extensively the privacy of many residents of Ann Arbor had been breached.
Yeah, if you post that up, you can see the spot where the dust was cleared off at.
But even though the officer looked in the vent and light fixture herself, no camera was found.
Did you find anything in the restroom there or no? No, but everything's ripped apart so everybody can look. Like, we ripped apart the vent of the toilet, the light switch, the switch by the sink. Like, we've ripped everything apart and we're not finding anything.
Even though the anonymous caller believed the video he saw was a live stream, he could have been mistaken. The working theory was that the culprit could have put the camera up at the start of a shift and then taken it home to upload the footage. Something else the anonymous caller said prevented the current lack of evidence from stonewalling the investigation.
And then he's like, do you have a tall African-American or Hispanic male who works for you? Which we do. We have one male that's tall African-American that works here. And he goes, I would look there.
The man fitting the caller's description was 36-year-old Eric Deshaun Morton. This was not his first run-in with police.
But everyone said he was going to the bathroom a lot last night, and they thought that he just was trying to not work.
It seemed likely that Eric was up to something far more nefarious than just slacking, especially when the manager added that he made a habit of using the ladies' restroom rather than the men's room. When he was previously asked about this, Eric made the excuse that he used the ladies' room because it was stocked with gloves, which he said he liked to wear while he worked. On July 22nd, Ann Arbor police sought a better explanation when they showed up at Eric's apartment with a search warrant and a master key from the property manager.
Ann Arbor, please. Ann Arbor, please.
He's moving upstairs.
Yep. Police department. Police department.
Police department, come on out with your hands up. Come on out, hands up. Hands up, where we see him. Last section. Don't got nothing on you to worry about?
Oh, just detain them
Yeah,
until
go ahead.
Yeah, we can do that.
they don't. Is there anyone else inside the house?
That's my son inside there.
How old is it?
6
His
years
son.
old.
6 years. Okay.
Where's he at?
He's upstairs right now.
Was he awake?
Yes, he is.
Is he the only one in?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Here, can you go ahead and
Nothing on
see?
you?
Are you good if I bring your son down here to you?
Yes, I can get him.
After learning that Eric's son was present, the officers decided to uncuff him. They escorted his son outside to play and brought out some snacks to keep the child occupied while the search progressed. This isn't necessarily protocol, but rather a considerate way to avoid traumatizing a child. One of the first things the investigators might have noticed when they entered the living room was a laptop computer open in front of the couch. A pen camera containing a micro SD card was connected via USB. A little more investigation revealed the presence of several additional laptops and tablets, including this file organizer of MacBooks. While this might seem like a lot of equipment, this was just the beginning of what the police found. When going through one of the bedrooms, they found a small black bag containing more hidden cameras, some of which were like the pen camera found in the living room. Memory cards, adapters, and external hard drives were also inside. Finally, Eric's phone and several unopened Amazon boxes were also collected as possible evidence. Eric wasn't taken into custody at this time, as simply owning these items wasn't a punishable offense. However, the electronics were all sent for forensic analysis. Over the next month and a half, computer forensics experts discovered his stash of more than 200 secretly recorded videos of people using the bathroom. And that was only the beginning of what Eric had been up to.
What did I was telling you last time when I told you that charging people with crimes like that and just online shit is hard, and a lot of times they get away with it. It's just what it is.
On September 6th, 7 weeks exactly since the initial investigation at Altered State, the police tracked Eric down at his other job at a local hotel. Little did he know when he showed up for his shift that he was in for quite an unpleasant surprise.
Come on, John. Hello. Let's go. You hanging? Good. Come on, your
Sorry. Come here. Eric?
Oh, yes.
Eric, one. Turn off this red button. You don't work for your red button.
Okay.
One of the officers went to the building next door to retrieve a manager to cover the rest of Eric's shift, while the others on the scene proceeded with the arrest. You might notice that Eric wasn't read his Miranda rights. Ideally, only the detective who interviews a suspect will do this. Arresting officers are not supposed to ask questions about the case. However, anything a suspect says unprompted before they're advised of their rights would still be admissible in court. In these instances, the officers should not respond, as asking further questions could render the information non-admissible.
Just keep your feet spread apart.
No, sir.
Stop the search. It's just policy.
I understand that.
This wasn't the first encounter Eric had had with law enforcement. He'd previously been arrested back in 2015, coincidentally by some of the same officers. In May 2015, Eric was arrested after a woman caught him filming her through a peephole while she used a porta-potty. Further investigation revealed more of Eric's disturbing behavior. In 2022, Eric was confronted by a
That is not a Giga Chat jaw. That is not a fucking mewing jaw. That is...
coworker who found a camera disguised as a phone charger in the women's restroom. It was plugged in
Bro,
and
that
facing
bite and
the
chin,
toilet.
holy.
Eric insisted it was a regular phone charger and fled with the device. Unsurprisingly, he was fired from his job. Though the basic facts of the case were already beyond the pale, The case escalated to a whole new level when the police found an appalling 7,000 videos of unclothed or partially clothed people in Eric's possession. Some had even been recorded in a private residence. They also found images taken up women's skirts, which suggested he had a camera device attached to his shoe. This particular unpleasant collection dated all the way back to 2010. He'd also been arrested for similar actions in 2006, though this was cleared from his record through a program for young first-time offenders.
You mentioned not going to say anything, I'm sorry.
Last night, though.
What?
So, I mean, you gotta be
Actual
look,
fuck
this
is
is
up with this
not
guy?
like anything investigatory.
I mean, you guys know my last name.
I do not know who you are.
Oh, wow.
How's your
The police were able to retrieve Eric's information from the arrest warrant and proceed with the booking. However, there was one more surprise in store for the night.
And the pen drive that you just took also belongs in the wallet, too.
Right, we're gonna seize that.
Are you going to put it in my property as well?
Now this will go into evidence.
The thumb drive contained exactly what you'd expect.
I don't think you guys ever told me what the warrant was for.
Let's read it. What? Capturing and distributing image of unclothed person.
After his arrest on September 6th, Eric paid his set bail of $100,000. But just a few days later, police were tracking him down yet again on September 15th.
I still haven't got my charges, sir.
What's that?
I still haven't got my charges of what I'm being arrested for.
Same thing you were.
I thought you only had to put up 10% then.
Specifically, please. You still haven't raised my charges. What's our charges?
You have another like 14 counts of your video stuff. We got more.
He was selling it for sure.
The same stuff that you were arrested for a week ago.
Okay. This is a pending investigation.
Yeah. Even 10%, $10,000 is a fuck ton of money in savings for anybody that, I mean, at his age with a child, it's a lot of money. He was 100% of shit.
You guys already know that.
Okay, but there's more charges, so more times equals more charges.
Yeah, it's gonna get squashed in the same case, though.
Oh,
It's not, it is a lot of money.
What I mean by squashed is gonna get put together in the same case. It's not two separate cases. So everything they found, they said they found it is under the same case, pretty much.
no.
Because the investigation's still pending.
So say you walk into a crowded building and you punch 15 people in the face in one time period, right? That's 15 different victims. Each victim is a different case.
Okay, so that person gets arrested and he bails out. How in the world is he getting charged again for the 15 people has already been done, right? So how
This guy is fucking brain dead, dude. Fucking brain dead.
Maybe it was actually 18 people and 3 more people didn't know what had happened and then they came forward and
They still have to process him for the outstanding shit.
Just add it to the original case that was
not just adding, because you can't be rearrested on something you were already arrested for.
Even more of Eric's hidden bathroom cameras were found after his arrest in 2022. It seems like getting caught never became a deterrent for Eric. Though he'd previously served time for similar actions, some timestamps on his recordings even showed that he continued his ways on the same day he was discharged, leading to his present arrest. But despite the overwhelming evidence against him, Eric attempted to shift the blame away from himself.
Hey, detective.
He wants to ask.
Yeah, detective. You know the phone that you took?
Yeah.
It's not my phone.
Okay, it's in your possession, man.
Yeah, I know it's in my possession.
Who's it belong to?
It belongs to one of my brother's friends.
Let me just do what I need to do with it, and if I can prove that it's nothing that I need, I'll turn it back
My
over.
lawyer will be in contact with you, okay?
Sounds good.
Eric's mood did not
Damn,
improve
bro.
on the way to the police station.
Got him, bro.
Oh yeah, by the way, officer, when you say that I do worse stuff, you're supposed to be an officer of the law, not supposed to be judgmental to anybody's crimes like that. By the
What's
way,
that?
you're not supposed to be judgmental to anybody's crimes.
You can do what the fuck you want,
I need
what?
the badge number, by the way.
I didn't do anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, when I say I do worse, when you say I do worse stuff when I was getting in the car,
No, when you said
you're not supposed to do that.
don't fight, and I said, you're right, it's worse.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to do that
Why am I not?
because you're not supposed to judge crimes. You're supposed to be. Okay.
What are you talking about?
All right, man.
Unlike the previous case against him, 15 victims had been successfully identified in this one.
Hey, stranger.
In 2024, Eric was convicted of 13 felonies. Eric was sentenced to 8 to 20 years and will not be eligible for parole until 2030. The true number of Eric Morton's victims, along with the identity of the anonymous caller who started the investigation, will likely never be known. Until at least 2030, however, Ann Arbor remains safe from Eric's disturbing surveillance.
Okay, here it comes. Yo, this is X on the beat, yo. Okay. Wait, you hear my voice as well. That S. Anyone knows that boy? I don't know, he's just so soy. Anyone knows that boy? I don't know, he's just so soy. Okay, that was pretty
good.
cool.